Far from complete, but here is the proof of concept. This shows that my Johannes Opus 27 organ can connect directly to Hauptwerk, that it can control everything necessary through MIDI, and in fact replace the native stops with virtual stops quite easily. You can see I have the Friesach set running on this small laptop, and even though the stop list of the Opus is not identical, there's enough correlation that I can easily control the stops from the tab rail. So for example, if I turn on the principal 16, it turns on the contrabass 16, turning on the sub bass, turns on the sub bass there. Each of these stops has a corresponding stop in the set. There is no Roush fife, there's no mixture of any kind in the pedals up here at Friesach, so I use this tab to turn on the untersats. Otherwise, they turn on what they're supposed to turn on and adequately allow me to control that organ from the organ's console. Same thing with the swell. Every stop here has a corresponding stop up there. Not all are exactly as named on the tabs. There is not a 16-foot reed in the Friesach swell, but I just link that to the Borden stop because we don't have a Borden. And then there's no crumhorn in the swell, but I am drawing a trumpet, which I modified a little bit to make it sound a little bit more like a solo reed. The grate, the 16-foot Borden here draws a 16-foot Preston, which I've turned way down in volume so that it's more useful as a manual double. The rest of these stops have a corresponding stop. The Anschamad here does not have a corresponding stop on the grate, so I didn't use that tab. Over here, this section called the orchestrals, I assigned to the solo division so that I could draw the solo stops such as the trumpet Anschamad and the English horn and have them playable on the swell, but they don't couple to the grate or the pedal. So there it is. The swell pedal down here controls the swell of the Hauptwerk stops, and remarkably, all the pistons, even though I did not physically attach the pistons or through software attach the pistons to the Hauptwerk set, when I press a piston here and the stops light up here, they also light up there. Even the crescendo down here works the same way. When I move the crescendo pedal, stops come on here and they come on up there too. So just about everything works as you would expect with the virtual system substituting for the native tone generation of this console. To keep from hearing the native stops, I just turn the speaker switch to external. I will have to come up with a way to direct the audio out of the computer into a speaker system. Right now I'm just using headphones. But that makes it possible for me to practice now with my virtual stops, which is a little more pleasant, makes me want to practice more often. And that's the way it works.